What's up guys, TechGeek11 here, and first off I'd like to apologise for the reflection on my glasses. I know it's probably not ideal, but there's not a lot I can do. I've tried changing the brightness of my screen and it didn't really make a difference, to be perfectly honest with you. This is going to be my first video in a Hackintosh series that I've decided to do, as I think it's quite an interesting topic. So I thought I'd kick things off with a "is it worth it" kind of video, my opinions on what I've been through. Now, when I built my Hackintosh, which would have been about 5 months ago, at that time I switched from an AMD machine, an older AMD machine, to Intel. I've now got an Intel Core i5. I used to have a AMD quad core something or other, I don't really remember, to be honest with you. Now that AMD machine did me fine. It was starting to get a bit old, so I was looking to upgrade anyway, and I started looking around at the Hackintosh scene, and I decided that it was something that I was interested in and would enjoy doing. So I figured, well, if I'm going to upgrade, then I might as well upgrade and then install OS 10. So I looked into the parts that were in my budget of what others had said had worked, put the machine together, and I've done countless PC builds, so I put the machine together. It's the same as any other computer build, and installed OS 10. Now, I started off with 10.7.4, so that was OS 10, Mac OS 10 Lion, I should say. And everything worked fine. I was quite lucky, you know. I ran multi-beast, installed the drivers that I needed, and everything worked fine. I did have to purchase a new Wi-Fi card when I did the OS 10 build back in June or May, whenever it was, as my old card, as my old card wouldn't work with OS 10. As you can see up here, I've got Wi-Fi. There's our home network, and sound is here. Don't know if you can hear that. Bluetooth works fine. My Magic Mouse, Magic Trackpad, which I'm currently using to move the mouse in this video. Let's go off that. I'm now running Mountain Lion, as you may have guessed by the desktop background. As you can see there, OS 10, 10.8.2. It's my processor, 12 gigs of RAM, and is shown as I've got the Mac Pro 3.1 system definition, which is early 2008, as you can see there, and everything's detected fine. There's my two displays, a hard drive, quite an old, I do apologise, quite an old drive by today's standards. I am looking to get an SSD when I can justify spending the amount of money that you do for the capacities that you get, and there's my 3 RAM slots. So, being a tech enthusiast, I could never go back to just buying a PC. I've built the machine I had before, my Hackintosh. I built countless PCs at college, and the motherboard that was in my PC is now in my dad's computer downstairs, and the board that was in there is in my wardrobe that I might be putting in a home server at some point. But everything works fine. I mean, as you can see, I've got the screen capture going, my webcam capture's going for screen flow, the Wi-Fi works, as I said, sound, Bluetooth, everything just works. I mean, you know, messages works, the App Store works, iCloud works, and I have no problems with it at all. The only thing that doesn't work is sleep. Well, it does work if I have an iMac system definition, but to be honest, I don't ever put it to sleep. It's just on most of the time. So I think for the amount you pay, I paid 200 and I paid £250 for my new processor, 4 gigs of RAM, Wi-Fi card, and the new motherboard, obviously, my new gigabyte motherboard, and that came to 250. So if you chuck, say, I don't know, 30 quid on for a case, my case came with the PSU, and I don't know, I paid about 31 quid for my 500 gig drive back in 2010 before the prices went up. So you think that's about, you know, if you say under 350 quid, and I'd say it's got, you know, the same if not better performance than an Apple iMac. I mean, let's have a look at the iMac specs, because I can't remember them off the top of my head. Tech specs. 1920 by 1080. 2.5 gigahertz quad core. So 2.5. I've got 3.2. So I mean, none of these. I mean, that one is, and that one is obviously higher spec, but that's on a top of the line 27-inch. So my machine would be far, you know, well, maybe not far better, but would certainly slightly outperform one of these iMacs. And the amount that you'd have to spend to get 12 gigs of RAM if you paid Apple would be extortionate. So I think for under 350 quid you can't really go wrong. I mean, if you're not very confident with building your own PC, then you probably shouldn't do this, because you've got to do a lot of research, and there's no guarantee that everything will work. I mean, I've been quite lucky with the fact that quite a lot of the stuff I just managed to get to work. As I say, the sound and Wi-Fi and things. I do apologise for all this yawning, guys. As I say, I just managed to get everything to work. I haven't had to spend lots of time, you know, finding kexts and all this to get accessories to work and the like. So I've just been quite lucky, but you may not be. You know, everyone's hardware is different. I mean, well, there might be somebody with my hardware around somewhere, but it's not going to be that, you know, what the settings I use won't be the same for somebody that has a different motherboard or a different processor or a different graphics card or you know, other accessories that I don't have. Just the same as I couldn't use stuff from other people's accessory, other people's components. Sorry, the word completely went out of my head. Other people's components, because the kexts and things may not be the same. So I personally think it's worth it if you have the time to research and you have the money to buy the components. As I say, if you're upgrading your machine, then I'd say it's a no-brainer to do this, because I have no problems with it at all. So that's about it for the Is It Worth It video. My next video is going to be creating the UniBeast flash drive. So I'll either film that later on today or tomorrow. Either way, I'll upload it tomorrow, and then I'll go from there. So thanks very much for watching. If this is your first time watching my videos, then please check out my first few videos that I've done. It would be much appreciated. Leave a comment, you know, what have I done well, what would you like to see me do to improve, because as I say, I'd like to make the videos better over time. So hit that like button, and if you like my videos, then please do subscribe, because it does mean an awful lot to me. And that's about it. So I will see you all in the next video, guys. Cheers, bye bye.